qualifiers at the Swedish Jigsaw Puzzle Championship 2026.
Awesome. And yeah, the first round already started, as you can see, and the puzzle.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can get a closer look at it. It's the puzzle showing in the corner there. That's not the puzzle. Let me just go and let them know real quick.
Yes, we can see that the puzzle on the screen is not correct. We are going to fix that. No worries. But yeah, this is the first day. So today in the Swedish Championship, we're going to start the whole day. We're going to do first the solo round. So we have actually 3 classification groups, and this is obviously the first group A. And right after this, we will have B and C as well. And then we're also going to have the final today. So this day is kind of like just the solos, and then tomorrow we will have pairs and teams.
Just trying to figure out the image part. So.
And I would like to say that this is crazy because Swedish Championship to me have always been the best puzzle event there is. And we have had also the commentary years and years. This is my 3rd time doing this. This is our first time we actually managed to get it also on YouTube.
Yeah. Which is
so
really good.
so yes, if there is and that's why I was also like I was also mentally prepared for any technical issues. I mean,
well, there's always something.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're just like nobody's gonna finish within like the first 5 minutes, so we'll be fine. No worries. Yeah. We're trying to get the puzzle shown here, but I would assume that. Maybe. Oh, and by the way, can you just... So the commentary will be in English.
Yes.
But...
Jeg fra Norge, så hvis du har noen kommentarer på svensk, så det bare å skrive i chatten. Men ellers i løpet av helgen så det hovedsakelig internasjonale kommentatorer. Så derfor vil det bli engelsk for det meste. Men der jo ei med oss som følger med på chatten, så i løpet av hele helgen så kan du skrive på svensk, og du vil få svar på dine spørsmål.
Whatever she said. Yes, definitely. But hey, now we have the puzzle. We know this puzzle.
Yes, so it's the Blossom Walk from the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship 2025 semi-final A, I think.
I would say yes, the first one.
Yeah,
for sure, because the second one had the Eiffel Tower, and then the last one had the cute chaos thing
the
going
one that
on.
I had. Yeah.
Definitely.
But we do have a few contestants today who were in the semi-final group at Worlds.
She's
prepared. So Selma Christoffersen, she had a time of 47 minutes and 36 seconds, and she was 60th. So which means she was the last qualified for the final. So that's really fun. And then we have Hanna Karlsson. She finished it in 50 minutes and 11 seconds, putting her in the 79th spot. And Smilla Andersson at 51.05, putting her in the 88th spot. And Ida Villén at 51.42, and she got the 92nd place. And Hanna Bolin, 1 hour, 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And she was 156th.
Yeah, and I'm, by the way, very happy to do this with Veronica because she's going to handle the people size because I just don't the pronunciation of the Swedish names, and I want everybody's name to be pronounced correctly. By the way, I would like to point out, what do you see over there on the screen? Everybody has their own table.
Oh, it's
Think
amazing.
about that. And look how many people we have. This is only the first round. We have 2 more classification rounds. Everybody has their own table, and look how many people do we have. Don't we have like 180?
178 tables for this round, which is amazing for everyone to have their separate table. It's amazing.
So we
great.
have like solo participants, not 600, but like more than 500 for sure.
Yeah, it's like around there somewhere.
Yeah. So that
which is pretty
amazing.
big for a puzzle competition. That's like that's roughly how many were at Worlds 2024, right?
I think you might be correct.
Yeah. or was it 23 maybe? Yeah.
We're not sure, but you all know what we mean. Yes.
It's a big event is what we're trying to say.
Exactly. That's why I've been talking about this event for years and years and years. It has always been top notch. Every year they up themselves. It's amazing.
Yeah. I was here in 2024 as like a recon preparing for the first Norwegian Nationals, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. But then last year I had to skip out because our nationals was the weekend after in my hometown, and I got such FOMO from not being here. So I decided right then and there I'm gonna be here for 2025. No, 2026. Sorry, I'm an accountant. I live in 2025 right now.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but even like you don't actually the commentator booth where we're talking right now is actually all the way up. Like this is almost like if you ever been in an ice hockey game, this feels the same. We have a big screens on the ceiling, and we have commentator booth all the way here. So we have binoculars. If somebody was watching this live stream also last year, I requested binoculars because it's easy to then see all these great puzzlers what they're actually doing on the table. So we have the binoculars here.
Yeah, I think you have to take them because I can't look at it with my glasses, and without my glasses it just didn't
So I'm the binocular master here, so we can actually, like I remember last year there was if you wanted to see like how is the table number this doing, I would just take the binoculars and be like, well, let me check because I have access to take a quick look.
Yeah, but it does seem like some people are starting to build. Oh, there's a person almost done with the edge right down here.
Yeah.
The noise when the first few minutes of a competition, when you just hear all the thousands of pieces being flipped on the tables, it's such an amazing sound.
I know.
Oh, but now people are starting to build, so we're going to see some progress. The person on the screen here has some piles going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some kind of sorting going on. I think a lot of people with this puzzle do start with the yellow.
Yeah.
And I think with this puzzle, it's actually fine. It's not a trap. Sometimes it's a trap, but with this puzzle, the yellow is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just great to see like everybody next to each other. We have a huge, also I want to give a shout out for the volunteers of this event, because this scale event cannot be handled. We have literally like millions of tech people here who are handling the camera people, the screens, we have separate booths just for commentators, the tech people, the sound people. I can see we have camera people going around here, so we are trying to provide the best for you. But like if you, as said, this is the first time we get the live stream on YouTube, so if you have any feedback, I know the association is always more than welcome to get that. Of course, always the competition first. That's for sure. And there we can see, yes, edge is almost done, and I think the yellow part is being prepared right now. And yeah, that table is also like big. It's just not a small table that they have there. And wow. We are, by the way, 10 minutes in. I wonder, did we have anybody in the chat who wants to kind of like speculate what's the fastest time? Because that's my favorite kind of game. Watching competitions, what's the fastest time going to be? And could you also present some of the, who do we expect to be fastest on this round based on previous results?
Because we do have, like this is a published puzzle, so we do have the times from the people who competed in Worlds. We also have the top 5 tables today is Therese Scherman. She came in first for Swedish Nationals last year and 19th in 2024. Then we have Hanna Karlsson, who was 5th last year, number 23 in 2024. And we have Freja Davidsson, who came in 10th last year. I did not see her on the list for 24. And Katarina Svensson, who came in 13th last year and first place in 2024. And Cornelia Byström, who came in 16th last year and 13th in 2024. So that is our top 5 tables. But this is a published puzzle, so you never know who's going to take the first spot. Let me see if we have the list for my speed puzzling I can check here if there's any Swedes here.
You
on
can
the list.
check, and while you do that, I have very happy news for you, because this year we're also going to have plenty of commentators. So we're gonna have a lot of different people coming here. So for the next round, you're gonna have Anime and Fruity here. That Fruity you have probably heard in the European Championship. That she was the main host of that live stream. Anime is amazing. You may have seen her unicorns, but she's absolutely amazing. Obviously, Charlie, who is also kind of like emceeing the event and hosting on the stage, will be also here later today, actually, with me commentating the kids category. We have Jason coming, who is involved in the UK and Australian associations, as well. The International Speed Puzzling Advisory Committee as well. And we have Robert Atkinson, kind of like our, I would say, only Swedish commentator. So he's the mastermind behind the Puzzle Rush competition you have here in Sweden online. So yeah, we have plenty of people coming here today. And also actually there's a lot of also other like sponsors and partners here outside of we have like the competition arena, and then outside here in the venue we also have a lot of puzzle shops and other people joining. So there's a lot of things to do for the computers as well during this. Veronica, how is it going? Did you find?
It's a bit tricky because usually the names on my speed puzzling is not like necessarily with last name, but we do have Maria with the time of 44:28. Maybe that Maria is in this group. I don't know. And we have a Hanna, not sure which one, with the time of 50 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh wait, yeah, that was the time from Hanna in the World Series, World Championship for the semifinal. So yeah, so she has done this before, but we do have like the fastest time overall on my speed puzzling is Victor with the time of 27:48. So that's the fastest recorded time we have for this puzzle. And the fastest first try is also Victor at the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship with a time of 29:51.
All right.
And the fastest Swede registered on my speed puzzling is Kerstin with 33:46. And the fastest first try Swede is Sandra at the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship with 40 minutes and 31 seconds.
All right. And we are almost 15 minutes in right now. A great comment on the chat. So Anime, who I mentioned earlier, you will be listening to her on the next round here on the commentator board. She also did climb the Mount Everest last year, and yes, she did bring a puzzle, and she did it on the top. And I think it was also submitted for the Guinness World Records, but I'm not sure if they have still replied to that or not. But that was super cool. I've seen the pictures of doing the puzzle and on the top of the Mount Everest. Like, what on earth is happening in this puzzle community? just crazy.
Okay, but yeah, we have some yellows and blues being built here in the sky.
Yeah, I think now we're kind of starting to see more progress, so we can talk also a lot more about this puzzle, which is amazing.
Oh, but I really love this puzzle. It was really fun.
I kind of like, and why I actually like this puzzle, and you would know this, you heard me say this, but this kind of fits for a lot of different strengths. So I consider this something I call a neutral puzzle. So even if you're a person who does a lot of pick and place, or you're a person who doesn't really even care for the image, both kind of like do well with this. It's kind of like a meeting in the middle with all kind of strengths and weaknesses, this type of puzzle. So I love it. I love that shirt. Keep calm and puzzle on. Yes, let's do that. Oh, I always love like all the, it's not merge, but like you have also a shirt.
I have actually a t-shirt that I bought here last year at Nordics. So it's the Eat, Sleep, Puzzle, Repeat t-shirt.
Nice. Awesome.
Which I feel is really fitting, considering I was here until like 12 last night, and then I was back here like 7:30, 7:45, something like that. So
I know.
yeah, it definitely is puzzling, sleeping, and then just right back at it.
Yeah, and what's the interesting? I feel like this day is going to be very intense because the 3 rounds, but also because we do have a final, and we also do have the individual ceremony after the final tonight.
Yeah.
So we're actually like might be looking some of our winners here on the screen right now. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
But we will know today.
Yes, and that's exciting. Usually you might not have the final on the same day as the qualifiers. So it's really cool that we will already know who will be this year's Swedish champion by the end of the day.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
And then tomorrow it will be pairs and teams.
Yes. A lot of people standing also. I'm actually trying to see here. I'm looking at the whole arena now. I would say, I'm trying to see if there is like a difference of, no, we can see actually people. So the tables are not exactly perfectly ranked because obviously we have a lot of speed passers here, so it's impossible to do it perfectly. I'm actually also waiting for some surprise names. That's always something I'm looking forward. But usually the best ones are like the first rows are usually manually put that the best ones are there, and then everything else can be a little bit random. But there's definitely people who stand kind of like everywhere. So I think that's more like a personal preference than anything else.
Yeah, and I see a lot of borders going on close to us here. But you can kind of easily tell like there's a bit of a difference in strategy because maybe you see one table that is like working on different sections but nothing connected, and then you have a lot of tables with just the frame with nothing inside it, and so at this point you can see that there's a bunch of different strategies here. But actually there is a table that's quite far along right below us here.
Yeah.
Of course, now I can't see how the people up front are doing, so it's hard to compare.
I would say if I would people have a little bit different orders, but a lot of people have done the edges, and then they have done like kind of like the blue sky part, and then the yellow umbrella. I know it's not an umbrella, but it's an umbrella now, and then also kind of like those Chinese lanterns, kind of. It's not a lamp. And I love this comment, by the way, here in the chat. I feel we were more puzzle, lift tables, forget to eat, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to do for food last night, and everything was closed. It was like right before 10, and it's like, we had nowhere to go except McDonald's, and we had barely any brain cells left, but we got some food, and
nah, we don't need any brain cells for this. What you're talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, here you can actually see, so the sky, the blue part in the middle.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people start with the yellows and the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The yellow stands out in this one. I would say of the yellow thing, though, at least the umbrella is a bit of a easier. So you may pick up the pieces also for the middle part of the blue dress that it's also yellow. But it may not be that easy to put together, at least comparison to the umbrella, because the umbrella is almost like a little bit of gradient. It has those nice lines, details to follow. But with the dress, you can like could be up, could be down, left or right.
I think I pulled out all of those, both of those yellows. But I definitely built the umbrella first. That was easiest to kind of see. It was very, very distinct from the other yellow.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting, I think, when you kind of get to the halfway of this puzzle, we will see like who is able to keep the speed and who starts to slow down. Because as I said, I feel like this is kind of one of those obvious puzzles as well, that we indeed do see a lot of people starting with the same things. But then it's kind of like, where do you move from there? And kind of like what's next? And also we are now over 20 minutes. So, yeah. Will we have somebody ready in another 20 minutes? We might be. I also love the mascots. I know that is also one reason why I love this, that you have your own table and it's a big table, because you can see like you can actually fit you know, your water bottle and your mask gets there. Have you ever seen like when you go to those shared tables and people, and you know, there is this printed paper and then there is like this where you can see your name. People try to put it so in the corner to like maximize the space, and they're like, how far can I put it on the on the side of the table without it flipping over?
Yeah, and there have definitely been times where it does flip over because you push it so far that it just goes, and if someone walks by too quickly, it just blows down.
I did that in the Worlds. I dropped everything. Prim was down, and all I could catch was my puzzle. Just touch and go. I didn't drop that one as well, but yeah.
And also, like, you also push the box stand with the lid. You also push that as far as you can, so it's really easy to knock it over for the volunteers walking past. Yeah, they might catch it going past your table because it's almost like off the table already. So there was a few of those happening at Worlds where some boxes were knocked over and stuff, but here you won't get that issue as easily because you have so much space.
Yeah, and also like this is interesting thing, I haven't thought about this before, but my pair Emilia Persson, that's how I would pronounce that last name. Sounds good enough. She's Swedish, but she, for example, she prefers to have like the puzzle box, you know, the image without the stand. So she prefers to actually look at it the same way you would look at your pieces. Yeah. So more like from the up to down, and instead of that you need to lift your head all the time to look at it from the stand. Yeah. Yeah, well, it actually makes sense, but I don't think a lot of people would even think it as an option, because there is usually no space to put your whole box like that, just laying down on the table. So I think that might be also a reason why we generally just see people using puzzle stands. But maybe if we always had the bigger tables, maybe we would have more people like her
I think so.
who just actually just keep it that way. Because I think Alejandro also does that.
I feel like I've seen that,
Yeah.
For me, I would use a box stand any day. I love it because I like the way where it's like slanted a bit, so it doesn't catch the light in the wrong way. And also, I sit a lot while I puzzle. I don't stand the whole time. So if it was laying flat, I wouldn't be able to see it properly. So
yeah, that is true. That is definitely true.
Someone commented, a whole table to themselves, what a luxury. It really is a luxury.
It is, and also like with pairs, you also don't need to share, so every pair has their own table. Kind of obvious at this point, but like it's not obvious in a lot of competitions.
No, it's not, because if the space is cramped, it might be worth it to be able to have more people joining the competition.
Yeah, and also like now you can see the arena pretty well, and like there's also a lot of space like behind you, in front of you, on sides of you. Not only like that everybody has their own table, but there is like a lot of, like every table is literally in its own space. So that's also nice because I don't know if anybody else have experienced this, but sometimes I kick the table behind me because I push the chair with my leg if I'm like standing up or something. Or, for example, sometimes there is not enough space for the, you know, the camera people. You know, there's a little bit more distance, so maybe you don't even see the camera person is there. Yeah. And don't get so distracted. Everybody gets distracted, but not in a bad way. But, you know, when somebody comes to watch, you're like, no piece goes in.
Oh, so which table is this? She's really far along.
I'm trying to see where is our camera.
The red, 1, 2, 3, 4. Table 4, which is Katarina Svensson. Oh, that was our 2024 champion,
okay, and that's the table over there on that corner. Wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the table 8.
Table 8 is Emma Fallström.
Oh, and you can actually see, by the way, Robert in the green shirt there with the Puzzle Rush, or actually just Russia because it's our team shirt. Yeah, it's Speed Up and Puzzle Rush, so it's Russia. Cool. But yeah, here we can see we're already quite far away. I like this really style. I like this style because the edges are not done, and I'm generally not a fan of people who do them first. This also makes sense because if you look at what she has built so far, you don't need edges for those.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can just do them like that. The edges are nowhere near, and those are kind of like make sense. Those are big blocks. They're one color. They're all in one pattern. and then you still have the edges to do in the end. So
and
that's gonna accelerate towards the end in speed.
Yeah, it will. I usually will pick out all the edges and I will pull the edges for the section I'm working on. And at a certain point, if I feel like I'm just not sure where to go from there, I might just do a bit of edge work, maybe finish the entire thing. But it's nice to have like a little break kind of to think about what you're going to do next. So I like to save it for a rainy day kind of.
Yeah, actually Alejandro told me the same a couple of years ago that I'll do the edges when I kind of get stuck.
Yeah.
So then I don't start to panic.
Yeah, because the edge is easier to do than no edge because you know what direction it's going to go in.
Yeah.
And it's less pieces. And actually it's a pretty big percentage of the whole puzzle too. So like you will see some progress having done it, and you might be able to like get that framework so you can start placing the sections.
Is it 86 pieces?
I don't know.
I think
so. You know it better
I
than
should
me.
know because I have calculated on a basic Ravensburger cut. I've calculated how much pieces there is of every single different shape. And I did it just to point out that it doesn't matter. But yeah, that is true also. It is percentagely, it's actually quite a lot of pieces. Okay, here we can also see very different style from the table number 8 that I already forgot the name. I'm sorry, but very different style because it's literally almost like the opposite has been done.
Yeah,
like nothing, almost nothing in the middle, but all like that everything almost that connects to the edges. Like there's this green.
It's working
things.
from the outside in instead of from the inside out.
And this is actually kind of interesting to see, for example, when we compare people who do it completely the opposite style, because they actually may end up quite often finishing at the same time. We don't know yet, but like that happens quite often. Order is not always that significant, or like there is no universal right. Like yes, there is, but not really. People usually get the order correctly. So if you're ever stressing out, am I doing this the right order? My pro tip would be just don't stress out about it, because you stressing out is most likely gonna impact your performance more than actually the order you do the puzzle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an interesting phenomenon. I often say that, you know what, quite often, even if you do it in the wrong order, you're still gonna be faster if you don't stress out about it.
Yeah, I feel like the times where I'm like stressing out a lot, that's where like you just can't seem to find the right pieces, and it just feels so slow and you're stressing out and it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah. It's
but
like
if you're just like chilling with it, it's amazing how fast it can go.
Yeah, when I played sports, I played ultimate frisbee. I sometimes forgot what we discussed before. We have like this kind of like a strategy of where everybody's running in the beginning. Sometimes I forgot about it. If I would started to stress out about it, it would have destroyed the whole score. But if I I'll just go with whatever I know. Yeah. Okay.
Now Annemie is on the screen, and I'm gonna be on her team tomorrow.
See those hands moving.
Yeah.
Like you just keep it moving.
She has like a little bit of the inside and a little bit of the outside done.
Hey, people who have a sports watch, have you ever put it on when you do a puzzle?
Oh.
It's insane. I also have Oura Ring, and it's like, it's funny because it's literally like thinking that I'm like exercising. So Oura Ring doesn't actually track you exercising, but it points out that you've been doing something, and it's like, and then I'm like, can you confirm yesterday's activity? Wow, that's sweet buzzing. So, but yeah. Definitely, you can get your heartbeat up. You get a lot of activity because you're actually moving quite a lot. Especially like I like those hands going on there.
Oh, table 126 is also pretty far.
I need to also sit down. I'm getting so excited here that I'm actually standing here in the commentator booth.
I think we're getting close to someone finishing.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And it's always the last pieces that may just like they're just like running in. Yeah. And this is also interesting that there's a little bit like it's not fully finished. For example, the blue sky that a lot of people did very first.
As soon as she finds that blue piece, she will know exactly where that goes. Yeah,
and this is actually also almost like a in Finnish we would call it like a cheese because cheese has like a holes everywhere.
And that's much better than having one huge block.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier to just fill in all those small gaps.
As long as you can see the pattern differences. Now the
Yeah.
problem is if you have one piece and it could go in 7 different places, that's a bit
Yeah.
of a troublesome.
Yeah.
But I think
for this puzzle, I
yeah.
think you'll be fine.
It feels like when you look at this puzzle, it may feel like okay, everything looks the same. But for
There's
example,
a lot of
the
pink flowers, though.
yeah, the pink flowers. But even those, if you really just like take a deep breath and you look at them, you can see that there is a difference in them. You can just see it. And it's actually not that many pieces that have just the pink flowers. It's usually connected once some other details that it to another like dress that is next to it. So then you can see the difference.
Yeah. And now we have table 1 on the screen.
Yes.
That was Therese Sherman, the Swedish champion last year.
Let's go. What does the shirt say? I can't
tell.
Let's not something. We have to figure this out.
Yeah.
Maybe we will get here to interview as well when people start to finish. So maybe we will then see what's on the shirt. A little bit of anticipation here. If somebody could see what is on the shirt, put it in the chat because I'm very curious. I just realized I don't even have my glasses on, so who needs such a thing? Ooh,
that's a really fun part of. There's not a lot left.
And that
Katarina Svensson,
yes,
the 2024 champion, if I remember correctly.
Ooh yeah, she's fast. Let's go. Okay. Yes, thank you for the comments in the chat. We will definitely forward those as we can. And yeah, there's also so many judges here. And you can also see, if you look in the background, you can see there's quite nice place to sit here all over. So that's very nice because you can be in any side of this.
No, actually
you can't.
The axis is only on the that
okay,
side.
I'm talking bull. Sorry.
But I mean, there could be.
Could be.
There is room, but for now it's only at the one side that the audience has access.
The rules has changed from last year. Yeah, I'm living in the wrong year, obviously.
I think it's because on this side where we're at, the tables are too close to the edge, so there's like, we didn't want to risk people like stepping out of the what's it called?
Yeah, and a lot of technical stuff also on this side. So, but the good thing is that they are heightened, so you can actually see.
Yeah,
from pretty much. Like
Especially
I can
if you
see
have a
all
binocular.
completely onto the other side. Yeah, I can definitely see all the way to the other side from here. And 34
Okay, so who
minutes.
is this person on the screen now? There's also not too much left.
Yeah, don't worry. We will figure it out that we will get a little bit more names so you can kind of like see who is on the table. This is also a little bit of a practical thing, I can tell you, because technically the speedball system kind of do have the right to put it wherever they want. And I also, for example, personally, I know I put it sometimes in a place that for camera people, it's actually quite hard.
Yeah, especially when you're sharing a table. Mine will usually just like be stuffed in the corner, and it might be the same corner where you put your puzzle box, and then like here, the puzzle box is kind of in a way we can't really see.
Yeah, so
what
now it's
she
like
has done on the puzzle.
Yeah, like do we show the name? Do we show the puzzle? So I have seen some competition where actually volunteers are instructed to keep it moving, but I personally I'm very bothered as a puzzler myself if somebody moves something that it's on my table.
Yeah, I really don't like that
because I place my things like very specifically. Does it really matter? No, but it matters to me. It's just like a I don't know, control thing.
And like once my box was knocked over, and the volunteer was very kind of put it back up for me. But that was so distracting. I was like, okay, she's got it. I don't have to do it. But I was still like keeping an eye on it, just because I'm like, I don't know, I'm too curious, I think, so I couldn't just like completely block it out. So yeah, it's the less the volunteers have to actually move stuff around, the better.
Yeah, there's a good question. What are the security guards doing? I think you might be meaning the volunteers, because I came into this venue in the morning and I was like, where's the security on the door? And then I was like, that's our volunteers.
Yeah.
So if you're referencing to the people who have this like a, is that
yellow
green or yellow vest, those are our volunteers, not security guards.
And also I think they were counting how many people enter the building, because they have to do that. For the police, so they just had to keep track of how many people.
Because as I said, this is a huge event. So and this is done on a professional level. So we do have some practicalities. We also need to we're
getting down to 20-30 pieces
I have
left
to sit
here,
down now, looking at this screen of ours, because like look at those pieces.
Really
they're gonna fly in. I think this is gonna. Could this be even under still like the 37? I mean, it depends
on how easy it is. It seems like she has a lot of light pieces left, and that's like the flowers probably. So it might be a bit tricky to differentiate.
I think it also, if those pieces would be a little bit closer, because this is a lot of distance to go back and forth.
I would probably move all those pieces to the top, so it's closer to that gap.
Yeah, but like in that moment, you never remember. It's easy to say. I would do it, but I also I know if I would be in the same situation, I wouldn't even think about it. I would think about it afterwards. I would be like,
usually will actually move the stuff around, and sometimes I would even like flip the puzzle around to be closer to the pieces. Oh no, we can see her.
Yeah, I think that you're the tech people head.
The last few pieces now.
I feel like I have to put my microphone a little bit further away, because I may scream a little bit. Oh my God, let's go.
Oh, it's right over 37 minutes.
I think she finished. Did she finish?
Wait, where did she go? Yeah, she finished. An applause from the audience. And that's also really fun when there's an audience. You get the cheering. It's really fun.
Yeah, because the audience can see very well. They see,
second
my
finish.
God, we're going for it. This was so close.
Oh, that was
my God.
Table far back, I think.
Who is she?
I couldn't see the number. It was like 100 and something, I think.
I'm like, David,
where
I would like
they?
to order one person in the commentator pool. Oh my God. But yeah, actually the audience, why they're also clapping so timely well is because they can see from the big screen that we have on the ceiling.
That's really cool.
They see exactly the same that you're seeing from the ceiling, close shots. So that's amazing.
I mean, just like it's such a professional event. It's so awesome. It's really fun to be here.
It's insane. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Who needs to compete? I'm just here to commentate and just watch, enjoy. So who is gonna come third on this round? Because that was such a close. I don't want to say fight. Race to the first place. And oh my God. You're pulling the real-time results.
I'll see if I can find
Yeah, just a reminder, we basically have the same information as you do, unless somebody like runs here to give us more insights. So we're looking we're trying to look at the real-time results to get the names and everything, like exact times correctly. So just bear with us. Oh my God. What is happening here? Oh, that's also interesting that there was... Come on. Oh, I love that. Look at the little mascot.
Yeah.
It's an owl and it's probably a bunny, I think.
I think maybe,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is very... You see very different finishes. Some people finish the bottom, some people finish the middle, some people finish like literally the sky.
Yeah.
Like so many ways to go. Yeah. It's just a yellow umbrella.
Let me go see if I can find the link to where I can watch the live results so that we can be updated. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Veronica is going to figure out some more things because we want the live, we want kind of like, I guess what we're trying to get is the back-end admin rights so we can actually see probably a little bit more because, as I said, we're all the way up here and now we can just start hearing the clapping and everything. We can see some finishes, but you can see, oh my God, people are literally now starting to just finish one after another. So this is going to get really, really hard to actually keep up. Here we have Maria from table 12. Finishing very interesting way. I absolutely love seeing things like that because this is like, you're like, okay, I would not do it this way, but I can see you doing it amazing. So she's gonna finish also about like just a few last pieces. I think those are like edge pieces going in right now. And Veronica is already running back. Oh my God, yes, another finish. I don't even know how many people already finished. I just feel like I already lost the count of the clappings and everything, like so many applauses and just like, what is going on over here? Also another person there working also on the bottom and then finishing kind of like the sky with a little bit of it like has this cherry blossom in the background. Let's see.
There has been no times recorded yet, and I think it's because the secretary is like up here by the commentary booth area. So I'm not sure how quickly they get the notes up here.
But hey, we can see the finishes happening, and things are going. But there's gonna be so many now, like.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because now we're talking like, think about just a couple of years ago. We're talking about now like almost like, I want to say almost 10 people are going to finish around 40 minutes.
We got to finish here.
Yeah, exactly. This is insane. Come on.
Yay.
And the piece is going in.
Congrats.
Awesome. Awesome. That's table number 9.
They're going to come rolling in.
Yeah. And I feel like because we have also so many in this one round, like almost 200 people. So we're going to have this we're going to have this going on for a quite long time because people will be just, it would be different if this would be a round of like 40 people. There would be a little bit more difference. But now there's just so much like a filler in between all these waves that we usually talk about. Like usually it comes in waves that we have the first ones, then there comes the second wave. I'm running out of sound, but it's fine.
Already? That's way too early.
Yeah. Well, I've been actually out of sound for like 4 weeks, but
do you want some water?
No, I have my energy drinks. How on brand for me.
Yeah, shocker that.
Yeah, I wasn't in Norway commentary. I wasn't even on the screen. I just opened the energy drink and somebody was on the chat. Oh, Emilia is coming back. Like, yep. That might be.
That was like probably the only thing you bought.
Oh my God! Look! And now it's not hoarding if it's puzzles. Yes, I love that. I love that. An amazing finish.
Well, that should be my slogan too.
Yes, love that. Woohoo! Amazing.
So fun. And it's like the best feeling ever when you finish a puzzle in a competition. People cheer for you. It's so fun.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I can also see Anime finished over there.
Ah, yeah.
Because she's packing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have also. Should we go just quickly over the qualification rules because I think that's very valid information for people. So 50 best Swedish participants.
Yes, 50 best Swedish, and then there's 10 spots more, and then we start from the top of the list again and check for any internationals.
6 internationals qualify?
10. There's 50 Swedish and then 10 extra. If there's less than 10 internationals, then there will be more Swedes.
Okay, this was the most horrible, complex explanation ever given. And I'm very sorry about that. But technically, to make sure as a Swedish participant, to make sure that you do qualify for the next round, you have to be in top 50.
Yeah, but if you're in top 60, you might still be able to go on.
It's not a promise, but they may have extra spots because here's the thing. They have extra tables, so they want to fill them in if there is a chance. But you want to qualify, be in top 50.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if the rules changed since last time I read them. I think it was fairly recently I read them. And if I understood correctly, it's the top 60 no matter like if the top 60 wait how do I explain it?
Okay. let me explain this. Let's make a very like a simplified I'm gonna be on the next round. Let's say I would be the I would be like a 24th is what I finish. I'm an international. I'm not a Swedish citizen, so I go to the international category. That would mean that if there was no other internationals in the top 50 other than me, that would mean that there would be 9 extra spots for Swedish participants who became then like 51 to 59.
Yeah. So if you're a Swede and you're in top 60, I think you're guaranteed to go on. But if there's like, say there's 12 international competitors in the top 60, only 10 of those will be going on, because you will have the top 50 Swedes, and then you will skip over 12
Another
internationals. Yay, another finisher. So if you're a Swede, top 60, then you're on. If you're international, you both need to be in the top 60 and top 10 international.
No, you have to be in top 50 as an international and top 6.
No, top 60 for international.
No. If you're out of the top 50, they will give it to the Swedish people. Here's the thing, because
no, because it's the top 50 Swedish, so they skip over you.
No, they don't.
But then after they go up to the top and go through the internationals again.
No,
you have 10 of those, and so the 50 Swedes might not be in the top 50.
I had the same
are in the top 60.
argument with Robert. I've already been through this, but no, as an international, you actually have to be in top 50. They will not give you any spots from the 50 to 60 if you have to be in top 50 to be calculated.
Oh,
then it's just a sum up when it comes to the 60. This is why, like,
I will check the rules.
Yeah, we should get over this, because this is not really relevant that much, and we have so many finishes over there. Another one.
The most important thing is that top 50 Swedish get on to the final no matter what. Like, so
yeah, somebody's gonna
the
tell us
internationals
to, like,
are not
be
taking
quiet.
any spots away from Swedes, because there will be at least 50 Swedes in the final, and there might be even more if there's less than 10 internationals
but
in the top
it's
list.
a bit similar that we had in Denmark. So I was 13th in Denmark as an international, but I was 7th international, which means that I didn't qualify for the final because they only took 6 best internationals. So my 13th placement did not matter because I wasn't in the top 6 of internationals, so I didn't make it to the final, even though I was 13 on of all participants. So a little bit similar here, but but yeah, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the puzzle. What's going on? Is also David gonna get us somebody to interview here?
So I'm gonna read this in Swedish first and then translate. I'm gonna read it in Norwegian-ish Swedish. De 50 bästa svenskarna i varje kval går automatiskt till final. Utöver dessa går ytterligare 10 deltagare vidare till finalen. Platserna 51 till 60 kan tas i anspråk av såväl svenska som utländska deltagare. I den händelse att fler än 10 utländska deltagare placerar sig bland de 60 bästa i kvalet konkurrerar dessa inbördes om 10 finalplatser. So,
Sandra said, clear as mud, ladies.
The 50 best Swedish in each semifinal is automatically to the final. Beyond these, another 10 competitors go on to the final. So the spots 51 to 60 can be taken both from Swedish and international competitors. If there's more than 10 international competitors in the top 60 in the qualification, those international competitors are competing against those 10 spots.
Okay, guys, I don't like to be wrong, so I'm just gonna tell. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you the English instructions that were sent to my email said it differently.
Oh,
they said on top 50. Yeah. So okay, we don't have a disagreement. We are actually just referencing different instructions.
It was just a misunderstanding.
But it doesn't matter. Let's this is the Swedish championship, not the internationals. How do they qualify?
Yeah.
But are we able to actually get the real time results or
here.
No? What is the situation with that? Because I think
let me go and see what's going on and how they are recording.
Yeah, would you
times.
also please ask if we can interview some the first finishers?
Yeah.
So we'll actually get a little bit of insights of how did it feel to be here and do the puzzle. And yeah, we have still plenty of people puzzling over here. You can see. Pretty much like I said, and also there we're finishing the sky. Those are the last pieces, by the way. This is gonna be, is this the next finish? I think so. I'm looking at, is there somebody else? No, I think she's gonna make it next one, and just couple of pieces, and the pieces are going in. And the last place, awesome, love it. Another finish. That's what but I don't know how many in the chat can kind of like agree with that, but I also do that the last piece always goes there. Like it's 50-50 chances, but you feel like you always turn it like millions of times and it just never goes the right way. I don't know if it's a nerves or if it's what is it, or is it just like you stop looking at the piece and you just want to put it in. At least that's me. Awesome. I'm also trying to look. Okay, would be great to have a sound from the room so you can hear the applause and get feel from the atmosphere. I will ask about that. I think that's a very technical question, so I'm not sure if it's possible because we have like a professional headset. So I think they are switching the audio. For example, in the beginning when Charlie is talking, they have like the audio just set up that it's only using that source, and then they will change it here. So I'm not sure if they are able to combine the two. But I will ask. Oh, and hey, here we are actually, no. If you're looking at the real-time results, they're not correct. I just see on my screen the first 3, they are not correct, so they're still updating them because the first time on my screen right now shows 45. We know 45 wasn't the winning time, so they are being updated, but it will take a little bit of a moment, so give our volunteers and secretaries some time to get that running, because as said, there are so many finishes and it's just only one system where we can actually put the times. Sorry. This is the tech guy who was just creeping behind me. I didn't see him coming. God damn it. Okay. And yes, there another piece is going, very similar layout of where the last pieces are going. And we have had finishes from all over the room, so you can kind of like see empty tables. Yes, sure, the first row is actually completely cleared out. We still have puzzles on the second row, but other than that, there is empty tables all over this arena. So yeah, and also like the surprise names. That's always something I'm kind of interested in, because it's always fun to see like new people coming, and then kind of a little bit like a surprise. Like we don't want to see like we love the best speedballers. We don't want to see the same people winning year after year after years. Like so we want to see also the new names, new energy, and usually when new people come. That we're not even aware of because maybe they're not on social media or something. They usually also have some like a fresh ideas, insights, strategies that maybe we haven't seen before. And another one, lovely finish over there. Yes. And there is another one. That's a very interesting. Yeah, I think that's kind of like what I was talking earlier, that some people prefer to have a little bit of different angle rather than the regular, when you put it on a puzzle stand, it's quite straight up. Not exactly, but some people love to have more angle, what you can see here on the screen. And some people literally prefer, especially if they're standing, that it's like literally just flat on the table. So that with this own table, you can definitely do that if you want to. I don't know. Actually, I'm not doing puzzles right now myself, but if I would actually want to kind of like experiment a little bit with that and see if it actually works better. And here we're supposed to have, yeah, another finish is coming here. It's you can also see here like the tables behind, like how they are progressing. But here we only have few pieces left. And just couple more. Let's go. Yes, another finish. Yeah, definitely. I will figure out if we can get the applause also for you, because I think it's pretty amazing. And here we have Maria working on the puzzle. I kind of, by the way, like here. I know this is not the best angle maybe for the audience, but this is actually for the puzzler quite well, that the image is quite close. Because what I notice often is that when you have like a lot of pieces in the beginning, so usually your reference image is quite a little bit further away, like in here. And sometimes I see people who actually actively always kind of like move it closer all the time. Okay, so I managed to track down Katarina, who is our first place finisher. Do we have one extra seat? Oh, you can just take my chair. No, you can sit there. Yeah, so congratulations on becoming first to finish in the first competition today.
It was very stressful.
I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you think when you opened this puzzle? Were you happy or sad or?
Both, because I have seen it before, but I haven't done it before.
Oh,
So
that's even more impressive.
Nervous.
Yeah.
I think this deserves, by the way, kind of like an extra applause, because a lot of people have done this because it was in the world. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing first attempt time.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. But then I like it because it's a bit of colors that you can pick out.
Yeah.
Because it's better than last year, I think, in the finals. So yeah, it's a nice puzzle.
Yeah. So what was your strategy? What did you go for first?
I did a frame, and then I went for green and then yellow. So like pick out the color and then like continue.
Yeah.
So I did red and pink and then blue, and then just the rest.
Yeah, just whatever you felt like in the moment.
Yeah, whatever I saw when I looked at the rest of the pieces.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you feel about your chances for the finals? Are you nervous?
It's both because are many good people and it's always very. The times are very tight. Yeah. So I think I have a shot, but I think there are many more that will be in the top. So it will be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And as you say, there's a lot of really good competitors. So it will definitely be an exciting final. And at least it will be like even for everyone. It's going to be an exclusive puzzle. So
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is like I have been really liking because there are specific artists, so maybe we can ask the next commentators, Anime and Fruitsy, to talk about also the artist for the final puzzle. But you had very interesting strategy of doing this. Have you actually seen people doing this puzzle, even though you haven't done it yourself? But have you seen how other people?
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I like that also because I feel like when we see, for example, in the world level, when we see how some puzzle is done for most people, we try to repeat that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not the best that works for you. Yeah. And this clearly your strategy worked for you, like pretty.
Everyone's different, so it's really fun to see all those different strategies play out in the competition.
Because everyone have like different strategies. Some goes on colors, and some just want to know where the puzzle piece will be on the puzzle, then just lay it down.
Yeah. So, and sometimes, honestly, it just doesn't matter. Like, you could do it almost in any order and end up with the same time. So, that's just...
I have a little fun fact now.
Tell me.
On my speed puzzling, the fastest first try Swedes up until now was Sandra at the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship with 40:31. You have now beaten that, and you are now the fastest Swede to do it for the first time with the time of 37 minutes and 17 seconds. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All the records are broken here today, and it's only the first round. Think
already
about
a record.
that.
Wow.
Are you also going to compete tomorrow in pairs and teams?
Yeah, I'm going to be with my sisters and then in pairs, and then with our brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay.
So are they also speed puzzlers, or is that more for fun? Or
my sisters are. She competed now. In the first, I think she was table 9. And then the other two doesn't really speed puzzle that lot. Yeah. So it will be exciting to see what happens. Yeah.
So have you guys practiced beforehand, or are you just gonna have fun?
Yeah. Yeah, we speed puzzle. I think I speed puzzle more with her than by myself.
Yeah.
So that's because I think it's fun to do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the team? Have you? Was it your brother and his girlfriend? Yeah. Have they joined in on some practice sessions?
We practiced a little last year, but haven't this year. So we will see.
Yeah.
It's just having fun, I think, in the teams.
Yeah, there's also a question in the chat for you. Will you be going to the Worlds or maybe other events?
The plan isn't... I think some year, but probably not this year.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Any other events?
Nothing planned.
Online competitions, marathons?
I haven't really done a lot. So we will see, I think. Yeah. Depends on time and feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very important. If you feel like it, you'll do it. If not, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can think about the Nordic Championships then. I think we will go.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're qualified for the Nordic Championship. Like, I don't want to
hope
use it for the next round, but I think we can. It's safe to say at this point.
Yeah.
I think so too. And for the pairs competition, how do you guys split the work? Like, do you have pretty distinct parts of the puzzle you enjoy to do, or do you just have to see when what the puzzle is?
Often we see, but I often if there is a sky, I will make it.
Yeah.
So, and then I often have to do it upside down because she will want to do it the right way.
Do you often practice doing it upside down when you are solo practicing too, or?
No, but the funny thing is, I think 2 years ago in the Swedish Championship, I accidentally made the puzzle upside down. So some puzzles you can do.
Was that the Hello Vinyl?
Yeah, I think.
Because that one is like, it doesn't really matter what way it is, because it's like overhead shot.
Yeah.
So, and also I remember in the World Championship with the flowers.
Is it a heart in the middle?
No, like the...
I think I know that.
Which year was that? I think it was 24 maybe.
Yeah.
And that was like a vertical puzzle.
Yeah.
But that was also like, I didn't do it at the World Championship, but when I did it later, I just did it as a horizontal puzzle, because I'm like, it doesn't really matter which way you do this one.
As long as you like see what it's going to be, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I find it quite tricky though, doing a puzzle upside down when the box is not also upside down.
Yeah.
How do you struggle with that as well, or?
I disagree so much, but tell me.
I think if it's like a big colorful, like if you have a sky and then a ground, then it can be pretty easy to do it upside down, because you can do it. But when it's like small pieces that you have to place at specific places, that's really hard to do upside down, I find.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
me too.
It really depends on your mental rotation skills. As you know, like I have broken down all the research about jigsaw puzzles and different cognitive skills here, and that's related to mental rotation.
Yeah, I'm not good at mental rotation.
And some people have it, some people don't. There is ways to practice it though, but it's good to like know, are you able to do it? For me, if I would turn also the box, I would like mentally rotate twice in my head, and I cannot do it. I cannot even go with the left and right. I'm like, this goes somewhere, somebody else please place this island. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit crazy, because then sometimes you start puzzle upside down in the wrong side, and then you just it should be there.
Yeah, exactly. That's my problem. It's not that I don't know, but it's about our cognitive like processing speed.
It's
so in that
automatic.
moment, it's the same thing. If I'm running right now and I'm where to turn, and Veronica shouts like to the left, I don't know where is left. If I stop and think 2 seconds, I will know obviously where the left is, but it's the processing speed of it. There's another question. Do you have an Instagram or somewhere where people can follow you?
No, not really.
Oh,
I don't really use.
You don't?
No.
Okay, so you will. I actually like that not everybody is like either active or don't have. So then you actually have to watch these live streams and like get the glimpse of like how these people do. There's actually more questions here. There's a question, do you get stressed by competition environment, or does the adrenaline kind of like help you with the speed?
I think it helps a little bit with the speed, but then like the last 30-50 pieces, I can't get them in. I just shake.
I also get the shaky hands.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
In the pairs, my sister always do like the last 20 pieces is all her.
Yeah.
Can we say?
But that's like, I also have the same. And I think it's kind of like very good insight, because I feel like a lot of people who are just starting their speed puzzling journey are kind of like, but I cannot handle my nerves. I can tell you, nobody can. Like it's also, have you seen Kristen in the World?
Yeah, she's
like literally
she's
cannot,
shaking.
like you said, you literally physically cannot get the piece in because your hand is shaking so much.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of like, you
breathe.
have to kind of, and you have to accept it in a way.
Yeah.
Like you know it's not gonna go away.
Because if you think about it too much and you're like, oh no, there's a camera on me, everyone's seeing like how bad I'm doing right now, then it just gets worse.
Yeah, because in the end you feel like the cameras are around you, you know that you're soon going to finish, and then you just it goes to your head a little bit.
Yeah, you just have to kind of like accept the feeling. I always say that just you cannot change your feelings or emotions, but you can change your own attitude towards them. So I always say if I feel nervous or something, it's like it just tells that something is important. And it's like I always say that it's just renting a space in my brain. We can coexist, and it's gonna be gone eventually. But I'm not gonna try to like evict my new rent person, because it's not gonna go from there. It's just gonna fight harder. It's gonna start kicking on the door like I'm not leaving.
And also like the feeling of nervousness and excitement is very similar. So you can kind of try and like reframe it in your brain, like, oh, I'm not nervous, I'm just excited, and use that to your advantage, and just like get that adrenaline kick. But if you focus too much on like the negative feeling of it and being like, oh no, everyone's looking at me, then you will just spiral. But if you watch live streams from like Worlds and probably also this weekend, you will see how many people have shaky hands when they are at those last few pieces. You can tell quite easily that their hands are shaking. It's very common.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's also just like the adrenaline. Like it's not even always like the emotion. Just literally like our physics, like our body works that way. So you just like it's almost like too much in the moment, so your body start reacting to it.
Because you know you're getting close when you have like just a handful of pieces left, and you're like, oh, I'm almost there, and you're also like, is anyone else gonna finish like right before me? You don't know where everyone else is at. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I think that's part also why it becomes so stressful, because you know that other people will also be close.
Yeah, but you have no idea who is closest. And it can be just a matter of a second or two. Like, you never know.
No, absolutely.
There's also another question. What are you hoping for the final, like, style, or, like, what type of puzzle you're wishing for? Maybe you're familiar already with the artist art.
Yeah, I have looked a little bit at it. I often like landscape puzzles. Not too... It shouldn't happen too much on it. But I looked a little bit on the artist of her style, and I think it will be a fun puzzle to do. So
I should check it out. I haven't done some research on that yet.
Yeah,
it's always fun with exclusive puzzles, and especially for the final. It's fair for everyone. No one has done it before or looked at the image and made a plan already.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be fun.
It's also fun because when looking at the times, it can happen very much between the qual, and the finals. So it will be exciting to see what happens. But
I feel like you're definitely among the top there with this time on a puzzle you haven't even done before. So it's really impressive time. So then I think it's. I can think that if I have seen it before, that I maybe do it a little bit faster than I would if I hadn't seen it. But still, it will be.
I have a question. When did you start doing puzzles?
I think I have puzzled since I was little.
Yeah.
But not that much. I think it was like 2019 perhaps, because my sister bought a 4,000 pieces puzzle.
Yeah.
And we started and then saw that we could compete in it, and since then it's probably only increased.
What were your time when you first timed yourself?
Oh, I actually don't remember. I would think about 50 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
45, 50.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
Yeah, because I was also talking with Tobias Bremer, who is like the OG Swedish champion, and when, for example, when he started, his times were more than hour, which is actually the most common situation. It's just like people compare these days to the fastest ones, but the competition was so different just a few years ago. So even the ones who are like the fastest now weren't always that fast. Yeah,
you can see how you have improved, because I think in pairs we have like 5 minutes or less that we had now than when we started. So it's happening things every year, I think.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I even started from like 2 hours. My times were over 2 hours when I started. I was like, I cannot go to the Worlds because I cannot get a puzzle under 90 minutes, and like how much has changed from there. But like wherever you're in journey, just remember, don't compare yourself, because you don't know when people started, have they done puzzles their whole life. Just focus on what you're doing. And
And
most people, like, if you're starting from the 2 hours time, congratulations, you're on the same journey as I was just like 4 years ago. So just remember.
Yeah. So to my mom watching, you can get there. Her first puzzle was like 4 hours or something. She did a puzzle the other week, 1 hour and 14 minutes or something. No, 2 hours and 14 minutes or something. So there's hope.
Yeah.
Just to start.
Yeah, and if you're actually here at the event today, Speed Up, it's my coaching service, because I used to do high sports and I focus on psychology and stuff like that. I'm going to be at the Puzzle Rush stand Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you want to get kind of like personalized tips, so just come by and we'll chat and see how you can practice and take it to the next level.
Yeah. It's really fun, like getting to know a bit more like about like sports side of it and how to approach it.
Because you've been quite long in my Speed Up coaching program, which is the crew program. So
it's really fun to like think about it in a different way than you might not have thought about it before, because puzzles is a hobby in other sports. But then when it turns into a sport, then it's like, oh, but then how do you practice for it, and how do you improve?
Yeah, the cognitive psychology, also like the mindset things, and also like my pair Amelia Persson is very interesting person for me to talk about with this, because she's studying in the university, the kind of like, I don't know what is it called in Sweden, like the sports degree in university, like a sports science. You know what I'm saying. So we have like a lot of like for example, interval training that is used in sports. I have also applied like different practices in the puzzles, because the logic is actually eventually the same. It's a skill that you learn, and there's a lot of cognitive psychology of it. And most of the, when you start talking about, I really want to be one of the best, then it comes to your mind. That it's all about your mind. It's gets very little about like practical, technical tips. It's just how you approach it and how you practice, and kind of like how you can actually do it.
Because we've seen like how much better people have gotten over the years, and you have like natural talent, but the natural talent isn't enough to compete for the podium in the worlds anymore. Like because people practice and get better, and you can see how much improvement there is. The times are getting crazy. And
I've been interviewing like a lot of these like natural talents, and often we actually found that there was something else that they've been doing, which is one of the cognitive skills that is required. And it just means that they already had the higher potential at that point, so they might have gotten a little bit faster, but it was something they were already doing. And sometimes people don't even know like what could they utilize, because if they just don't know what are their strengths, some people come to me, they say, oh, like I have very this frantic style, so I think that's not why we're not getting faster. And then I'm like, oh, actually that can be your strength. Let's think about it this way. And then they do a puzzle after that, and they're like, okay, just because I understand now how this works and how to utilize it, I just did my own new personal best. So sometimes you just don't know what is it that you need to do differently, or what is actually the strength, what is the things, like this is the element that I'm doing well. Sometimes we just may think like, oh, I'm doing it this way and I think it's wrong, but actually you're doing it right. So you just have to know like what to do more, and what is the actual that you need to change. And that's a different skill from just like doing puzzles. Like that's why we have coaches, and that's why we have players. Like you wouldn't put like anywhere in NHL or anybody, you wouldn't put the coach on the ice, and you wouldn't put a player to coach.
No.
Absolutely. Exactly. It's a completely different thing. But let me see if there's any other. So far, no other questions. But are you gonna be here in the venue all day? What else are you expecting other than the competition? I think that's also an important question always.
I haven't really thought that far yet.
I just came here now. I will figure it out.
We will see. I think I will go around and look around a little bit, and then we will see what happens.
It's always fun to just hang out at competition venues and seeing other people that you maybe only see at competitions, and there's some stands out in the foyer. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very exciting going because you recognize people for every year. That's like the only places you see them are here, but you still recognize a lot of them.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely like meeting people and just hanging around. I think the vibe here is just already like enough.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Like you could just go and sit there and be like, oh, this is the best thing in the whole world.
Yeah. It's like going into the arena and you're like, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Yeah, it's great.
What do we have? We have 15 minutes left. Any words of wisdom to the world? I hate when people ask me that. It's like, I don't know what to say.
Or any message in Swedish you would like to
or
say.
Send your greetings to your family, or like we're giving just ideas here.
I don't know. I think just take a deep breath and then try your best.
Yeah.
Because it's stressing. You can get a little bit faster, but it can also hinder yourself.
Yeah. It's not the sexy answer, but that is the right answer, to be honest. That is. Yeah. Simple as that. But thank you so much for joining us. It was so fun to hear from you, and I think there was a lot of people like excited to hear from you. As you said, you're not anywhere else. So and maybe we will interview again if there's the final solo. Yeah. I don't know who will be commentating that, but we'll figure it out. So maybe you will be the new champion. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gave you all.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you later.
No, not good luck tomorrow. Good luck later today.
Good luck to you.
The final is later. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so yes, the max time limit here is 90 minutes. So we have approximately, pretty much almost 13 minutes left. And we do have still plenty of people doing their puzzle. By the way, every piece counts. Can we see the real-time results? How many have actually finished at this point? See. Because I think pretty relevant. I would say we already have our people who qualified. I think that's not updated because that's less than an hour. We are over 17 already. So.
And it has like the list that it will go through.
We are working on it. So I think we already have like the list of people who have qualified for the final. But we're always, another finish. We're always cheering up for everybody. And so many people still working on their puzzle. They're going to take the puzzle home. That's always the fun thing. I feel like most of my puzzles these days that I had in my collection is actually from competitions. Because you just get so many. Yeah, this is a good packing tip. If you come to the competition, don't put your luggage full because you're going to come back with a lot of puzzles. Even if you're bringing puzzles to somebody.
I actually had a really full luggage when I got here because I'm giving a lot of puzzles back to Lene Bate. So puzzles that I borrowed from her and Sergio, puzzles that is hers that I got from overseas, and puzzles that she will borrow from me. So it was 29 puzzles with boxes and 7 puzzles only with the pieces for some unboxed practice. That was a lot of puzzles coming here. Usually it's pretty empty going to a competition. But now it might have been even more full coming here than going back. But I will also get some puzzles in return from Lene Bate, so we are doing a major swap here.
My life is so easy now that I don't do puzzles myself anymore. So I'm literally just bringing puzzles to everybody to buy from me. And then I go I have 2 luggage. And then when I go back, I put the second luggage inside the bigger luggage. Because I literally have the whole... Okay, it seems like we have... I think more than 80 people have finished because our update is so far to hour and 30 minutes, but we're actually almost hour and 20 minutes in. So a lot of people have finished, and you can see so happy faces that they're finishing in time. That's always a
really
good feeling. Yes.
Yeah.
There has been only one time when I did not finish a puzzle in a competition, and it was in Worlds 2023 pairs final. Only 9 people.
I thought I knew which one.
Finished. It's like if you're new to speed buzzing, it was insane. It was a world championship final, and out of like what 100 pairs, nine people
99 or something pairs.
And 9 pairs finished. Like literally, we had one award at the 10 because you award the 10 first. So we had there. It was insane hard puzzle, and it was the first time that I actually have left like a puzzle unfinished.
Yeah, like me and my peers, we were far behind. 10 minutes left.
Oh yeah, it came in Swedish first. So I was like, did they switch our audio back to Charlie? But no, 10 minutes left. So yeah, every piece counts. You can see people are still finishing just the last pieces. They are going. Love the mascots over there. I think they're like woohoo! Crochet.
Crochet,
yeah. Maybe self-made. Maybe
cool.
Self-made. I mean,
handmade.
Yeah, sounds better. Absolutely. I think this one is gonna be finished as well. I actually like here. This is the only exception. I always say don't put puzzles in the middle, but that's the only exception when you're really working with the last pieces and you want them to be as close as possible. Yeah. There is of course the exception. So if they get a little bit mixed up with the pattern, then maybe have them kind of like on the outside. Yeah. So still close, but on the outside. Yeah. Although I could not do it because if I leave something on the top part of the puzzle to do last, my back cannot handle it anymore.
Yeah. I really like to do the top part first and then kind of push it further on the table.
I was so dying in the Worlds when I was doing the Eiffel Tower in semi-final, and you had to do the white part in the last. So I had to. I flipped the whole puzzle.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure I will flip it because I will flip a puzzle to get it closer to me, especially for that sort of puzzle where it's like it doesn't really matter if it's upside down or not.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've seen like in a competitions where people sometimes what happened to our live stream
went black, so we can't see the image.
Is it our screen or is it the live stream? I hope so. That's weird. We lost our own screen, but it doesn't matter. We can see
on the big
ceiling.
Screen. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, but if you've seen sometimes like in a competition, some puzzlers completely like flip the puzzle in the end. It's because they want it to be closer, because if it doesn't really require that much looking at the box or the clues, you just you want to have like the minimal proximity, the distance between your pieces and yourself.
And also it's easier to see what's going on when it's closer to you on the table. If it's further away, you have to like bend over to see it better. And if you've done a speed puzzling competition, you know how hard it is on your back and your neck. Yeah. It's pretty horrible. So towards the end, especially, it's not that easy to be standing over the whole table to be able to see what's on the far end.
Yeah, and actually, I would think that you probably get fitter than you think, because I was in a Danish championship a couple weeks ago, and it was my first solo speed puzzle that I have done since like November or something. So I haven't been literally doing not one single puzzle for months. And I did the solo round there, and next day I felt like I've been like doing the biggest gym workout of my entire life, or hit by a car. I wasn't sure which one, but that's how it felt. And I was like, okay, so I guess I had pretty good kind of like puzzle fitness before that.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah,
a bit.
I can still do it like while I'm doing the puzzle, but it was the next day that was like my back and my muscles were like, dude, we don't know what did you do yesterday. Please don't do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, another one finishing.
Yes.
Yay.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, a lot of like still.
Oh wait, there was a few more.
oh, we didn't see that. Yeah,
there was a hole there. The table. I couldn't see the gap.
That happens sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw no pieces lying around. Yeah. So that was a false alarm.
Yeah. Yeah, that sometimes happens because you cannot see that clearly.
Yeah, like the gray in the background there wasn't standing out too much.
Yeah, I just realized I should put my phone on charge because I'm live streaming from my table when I compete on my own channel. Just little practicals. But what I really like here, that when we started after the winning time, especially around 40 minutes, after that we have been just having all the time finishes.
Yeah.
Pretty equally. They just keep coming. And I know you cannot hear the applause. We'll see if that's possible. I will ask about it. I cannot promise anything. I think it's technically a little bit tricky because we also want to keep the quality of the of the commentary. Like you mentioned earlier, if the microphone, for example, even here is a little bit further away, it impacts automatically. So we don't want kind of put a general audio that takes the audio of the whole arena. It just won't work. But I'll see what we can do. Why we're losing another screen?
Oh no,
we lost 2 screens. So we have actually 3 black screens here, and then we have 2 still.
But one of them has always been black.
Oh, that was always black. I don't know.
Was never on.
I don't pay that much of a attention apparently. How far this cable goes of my microphone?
This far.
Actually, I think last year we also had a camera in this commentator booth.
Yeah,
they don't have it this year, so you cannot actually see us.
Yeah, I was prepared to show the puzzle up close and stuff, but
we could ask also about that for tomorrow. I mean, I think it's more important to obviously show the puzzlers. I know that's a very general feedback in a lot of competitions that please stop showing the commentators. We don't care.
And there is also the cameraman could always just show the puzzle box.
Yeah,
for a little
that's true
bit
as
in
well.
the beginning.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
But maybe sometimes it would be, especially now that we have a new commentators coming up, I think it would be nicer to show who is actually here. If not everybody's familiar with the name and the face.
Yeah, and also we say our names in the beginning. So if you're jumping in, you might not recognize our voices, but so that's also the issue. You don't know who's talking.
Yeah.
But I think that there was a comment in the beginning in the live stream, and I think Sandra is the one on the commentary.
Yes.
So I think she wrote that we were doing the commentary for this round. So
yeah. So it's me, Amelia Lieberman, puzzle with Amelia and
Veronica, Norwegian puzzler.
Yes. Yeah, just in case you missed that.
Yeah.
It's us here just talking. So,
if you've been watching from 10 minutes in and this whole time you've been wondering who are these people?
I know. So if you're okay, I didn't like these people, then you know which ones to avoid. Because I think there is... No, actually, did the Swedish Championship page actually... No, they didn't post our schedule.
No, it's
so we're going to have... We were doing this first round now, and then we're going to have Ruti and Anime on the next one. Then there's going to be, I think, me and Robert on the C round. Then there is me and Charlie for the kids category. The final is a bit of a question mark still because a lot of our commentators will be actually competing on the final solo, so that's why it's still a question mark. And then tomorrow for pairs, we have actually Fruity and Anime are gonna do actually 3 rounds tomorrow, so they're gonna do pairs A, B, and actually then there's C is still Fruity and Robert, and then final teams is gonna be Jason and somebody, a bit of a question mark still, and final pairs it's gonna be. Why is Fruity Mark on the... Is she not doing final pairs?
No, Fruity is not doing pairs at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So tomorrow you're going to hear more about Anime and Fruity and Jason. Yeah. Today you have to listen 3 rounds of me. Sorry about that.
We don't know, people might switch around.
Yeah, we might do some switcheroos over here.
For now, that's
and also Charlie,
schedule.
I just wanted to mention Charlie. He's here. He's been doing part of the 5 rounds of the World Championship. So I just had a chat with him because I like to talk people. And he said that he will come and talk about what's going on with the World Championship.
Yeah, that's fun.
So you will actually get the insights about that directly from the person who is working on that. So I'm very excited for that. And then you can also very, very openly just ask questions in the chat when Charlie will be here.
So that's for the... Is that it during the children's competition? Or?
He said that he will be probably also dropping by on the earlier rounds. Yeah. Because I don't think we also want to spend because the kids category is going to be very, kids. Yeah. We don't want to spend on that talking about the world
I figured,
championship. So probably Charlie is going to just join somewhere a bit earlier to talk a little bit about that. But we'll figure it out. We have the whole weekend time, so no worries. And we have 1 minute left. Let's
Come on, do we have some people who's gonna just barely make it before the finish time? It's always very exciting with people finishing a few seconds to spare.
Yeah.
It's always an amazing feeling to finish a puzzle before the time runs out.
Yeah. Yeah, we can still, and every piece counts, just put the pieces in. Because this is not also like this is not like easy puzzle. Even though there is like people who are saying that it's I always
yeah, we got a comment here from SJ. If I fly to Gothenburg, would Frusi pair with me? Haha. Well, maybe if you can get here in time.
I mean, send her a message and ask. Yeah. But yeah, just 10 seconds. Okay, I think they're switching off to Charlie now. But thank you for listening. And this is the first round done.
Yeah.
And half an hour break, we will come back. Thank you.
Bye.
De bitar som inte är pusslade lägger ni nu i högar om 10. Så kommer en volontär och hjälper till att räkna dem.
So well done everybody, shame if you haven't quite finished, but would you just mind if you have finished, if you could put the remaining pieces, middle piles of 10 and wait for a judge to do the final count up. And remember please, yes, leave the stands on the table and remember to take all your belongings with you. In fact, we have some lost property here. If anybody's lost something, then they can come and talk to us and get their property back.
Ja, precis som Charlie sa så lämnar vi de här stands. De är, som vi har som hjälp till ramen till nästa tävlande. Så de tar man inte med sig. Vi har en telefon upphittad. Så har man glömt en telefon kan man komma upp och få den av oss. Bra jobbat allihopa.
And we'll wait for you in 15 minutes time. When we'll get the contestants in for the individual round 2 of this, the Swedish National Jigsaw Puzzle Championships.
Om 15 minuter släpper vi in till kval 2. Så när era bitar är räknade så plockar ni med era saker och lämnar golvet. Så ska vi ställa ordning till nästa kval.
So see you in a few minutes.
En liten påminnelse är att Anna Karlsson har sin mobiltelefon här uppe. Om hon glömde den på sitt pusselbord är hon välkommen att hämta den här.
protective of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore.